Everyone, today we will learn very important topic, lesson number 1, real number, and theorem number 1.4. Before that, you recollect the theorem number 1.3. So what is the written? If p is a real number, p is a prime number, if p divides a square, then p divides a. That I explained with some examples. So that theorem we will apply in these theorems throughout. Okay, this type of one question came for the board examination also this year. Question it was asked in such a way, prove that root 7 is an irrational number. Same method only. So this is the theorem 1.4. Okay, just to go through the theorem. Prove that root 2 is an irrational number. Okay, we want to prove that you already knowing that root 2 is irrational, but here we have to prove that root 2 is an irrational number. Go through the proof. See here. So if root 2 is rational number, directly you can't able to prove. Therefore, we are using indirect method you are using. So that what we want to prove? We want to prove is root 2 is irrational. So we will take a statement against it. Against it means its opposite statement. What is its opposite statement? Root 2 is a rational number. Okay. In this way we are starting now, we will get last a wrong conclusion. Wrong conclusion will get. Wrong conclusion getting the meaning is that which we started is wrong. That is the method. Okay, we have studied this method, you have studied in 9th standard. Okay, listen, go to the method. Let us assume root 2 is rational. We take an opposite statement. Here what you want to prove? Irrational. So we will take a statement against it. That means we will suppose, let us assume that root 2 is rational. So you knowing the property of rational number, every rational number can able to express in the form a by b or p by q, where a and b are any two integers and they are co-prime. Co-prime means it has common factors only one and itself, the same number, one only common factor. Okay, where a and b are co-prime, there is no other common factors, only common factor is coming 1. So that type of numbers we are calling as co-prime. Okay, so what is the property of rational numbers? Rational numbers can be able to express in the form a by b, where a and b are integers and a and b are co-prime numbers or mutually prime numbers. Clear? Understood now? So this already you suppose the root 2 is rational. That is why we are taken root 2 is equal to a by b. Clear? Now cross multiply. So a is equal to root 2 into b. This cross multiply. A is equal to root 2 into b. Okay, it is very clearly listen, then only you will understand. It is a little complicated one. So a is equal to what will come? Root 2b. Is it clear? Yes. So square them. Here square. So a square. Here square. Root 2 whole square is 2 and b the whole square means 2b square. So a square is equal to 2b square. Okay, clear now this step? Keep it as equation number 1. And now here you see a square is equal to 2b square written. The meaning is that 2 divides a square. See here, this is only for written for understanding. See here, 6 I written in the form 2 into 3. The meaning is that 2 divides 6 or 3 divides 6. That is the meaning, you know. That is 6 is divisible by 2 or 2 divides 6. Same meaning only here. A square we are written as the product of 2 and b square. A square is written in the form of 2 and b square. The meaning is that 2 divides a square. See here, same. 2 understood? See example properly, listen. 2 divides 6. Clear? So by theorem, previous I told you theorem number 1.3. I told you. So 2 divides a square and 2 is a prime number now. So by theorem you have studied that if 2 is a prime number and 2 divides a square, then what will happen? 2 will divide a also. Clear? 2 divides a, the meaning is that a is divisible by 2. See here, since 2 divides 26 or 26 is divisible by 2. Okay, 2 divides 26, then how can I write this 26? We can write as the product of 2 and 13. 2 and any number. 2 divides a, the meaning is that this write as the product of 2 and any other integer, that is C. Here any other integer, no, that is why I written 13 here. So in the place of C, what will come here? 13. Okay, for your understanding I example written, then only you can understand clearly. So properly you make it clear meaning. Clear meaning is not knowing, simply by hurting you can't able to do the remaining sums. So 2 divides a square, therefore what is it written? 2 divides a by the previous year. 2 divides a, the meaning is that a is divisible by 2. Therefore you can write a is the product of 2 and some other number. So you got now 2 divides a, same way you want to prove that 2 divides b. That is why. Okay. For some integers c. Clear? So square them. 2 square a square is equal to 4c square. Okay. Previous I written an equation number 1. In that equation number 1 what is written? Go just above. Equation number 1 you see. What is written? A square is equal to b square. From equation number 1, a square is equal to b square. In the place of a square, what I written? 2b square. See, properly listen. In the place of a square, what I written? 2b square. 4c square came. So in this equation, a square is equal to 4c square now. Here in the place of a square, what I written? 2b square. 2b square is equal to 4c square. Now here 2 and here 2 common is there. Cancel them. Cancelling what you got? A b square is equal to 2c square. Clear? B square is equal to C square. B square is equal to 2C square. Okay. Then what is the meaning of this one? B square is equal to C square. B square is the product of 2 and C square. The meaning is that 2 divides B square. See here. 2 divides B square. Okay. Since 2 divides B square, what you can say? 2 divides B. So already you knowing here, just to go. So here what will be written? B square is equal to C square. B square is equal to C square. The meaning is that 2 divides B square. Therefore by theory you have already studied that since 2 divides B square, 2 divides B. Okay. Already we proved above 2 divides A and 2 divides B. What's the meaning of that one? 2 is the common factor of A and B. Clear? 2 divides A and 2 divides B, the meaning is that 2 is the common factor of A and B. What that is meaning? So therefore A and B have at least 2 as common factor. But what we supposed? A and B have no common factor, we supposed A and B are co-prime supposed. But it contradicts our fact that A and B have no common factors other than 1. That we supposed. But we got a contradiction here. What's the contradiction? A and B have at least one factor 2 as the common factor. We proved in such a way. That means A divides A, 2 divides A and 2 divides B. What's the meaning? A and B having the common factor 2. That is meaning. But it contradicts. What is our assumption? A and B have no common factors. So it contradicts, no? So contradiction we got here. Contradiction we got, the meaning is that which we supposed is wrong. What we supposed? Root 2 is rational, we supposed. Therefore, our supposition root 2 is rational is wrong. Okay, root 2 rational is wrong, then which is correct? Root 2 is an irrational number. Clear? This is the theorem. So this type of any questions can come. Root 5 is rational, root 7 is rational, root 3 is rational. In such a way, many questions can able to ask. Method is same only. Okay. In exercise 1.3, many sums are there. So there, it's the first sum is this one. Okay. Prove that root 5 is irrational. Listen now. Exercise 1.3. This is your first question. Prove that root 5 is irrational. Method is C. Okay. Before I am saying, you do along with me. Okay. Go through the points. Same to same method. First see here. What do you want to prove? Root 5 is rational now. So you suppose root 5 is rational. Root 5 how writing? Any rational number can able to express in the form A by B, where A and B are co-prime. That means co-prime means A and B have no common factors other than 1. Okay. So then cross multiply. A is equal to root 5B. Understood now? Then what we done? Square them. A square is equal to 5B square. This equation we will give as 1. What's the meaning of this one? 5 divides a square. Example I shown in the previous sum. 5 divides a square and 5 is a prime number, you knowing. You theorem number 1.3 what's saying? If p is a prime number, p divides a square, then p divides a. Here 5 is a prime number and 5 divides a square. Therefore by theorem what you can say? 5 divides a. Clear? Move to the next point. Therefore what you can write? A can able to write in the form multiple of 5 and another number c. So a is equal to 5c written. So square them. A square is equal to 25c square. So from equation number 1 what you have studied, a square is equal to 5b square. So in the place of a square what I written? 5b square. From these two which is common? 5 common, cancel them. So what you got? B square is equal to 5c square. The meaning is that 5 divides b square. And 5 is a prime number. 5 divides b square, then what you can say? 5 divides a. 5 divides b. Clear now? Therefore 5 divides a and 5 divides b. So 5 is the common factor of both a and b. So what is supposed to first a and b are co-prime, supposed to. But here what you got? 5 is a common factor got. So the meaning is that it contradicts our assumption. See here. A and B have at least 5 as the common factor got. So it is a contradiction we got now. What's the contradiction? But it contradicts the assumption that A and B have no common factor other than 1. A and B co-prime, the meaning is that A and B have no common factor other than 1 only the meaning. So for example 2 and 3. 2 and 3 have any common factors? Only 1 is the common factor. 5 and 7, any common factor? No. 7 and 9, any common factor? No. So these all numbers having only one common factor, 1. That type of numbers we are calling as co-prime. So what you got? You got a contradiction. Contradiction why we got? Which we supposed is wrong. What we supposed? Root 5 is rational, we supposed. Root 5 is rational, we suppose. That is wrong. Root 5 is rational, wrong, then which is correct? Root 5 is an irrational number. Clear? Are you got clear now? Okay students, this theorem number 1.1 perfectly you learn. You can call me at any time and learn it perfect. That is very important question. Every year board examination this type of questions are coming. Okay, any doubt is there, you can able to ask. Okay, bye. We will